Hello, friends. This is the Cryptonian taking a look at Bitcoin BTC. It is currently North American East Coast time, 6:30 p.m. Today. Pretty flat. Bitcoin is up 1.3%. Now there are some altcoins that are doing okay. We do see that some are being hit pretty hard, 10, 11, 12% losses. There are a few that are doing okay, 11%, 7%, 6%, 5%, 4%. Render up almost 12%, H bar almost 8%, and PBX 5%, Wax P 5%, AVAX 5%, Clay 4%, and Ruin 4%. So Atom 4.2%, and Solana 3%. So the market is moving a little bit. The altcoins are doing better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin seems to be struggling a bit, and the reason is, all of this FUD with Ukraine and Russia. We've seen this before, and I'm not taking it too seriously at this point. I think also the Fed information is priced in. When you take a look at the legacy markets, which is the traditional market, stock markets, we see that they're a little changed, and the market is seeing a lot of volatility, and this is pretty much what's expected during times like this. Now, there's a lot of worries about the Fed, but I think the Fed will not raise above 50 basis points. I think probably 25 basis points is in order, but they're discussing that right now. And there are some in the Fed that say that a 50 basis point rate hike is too high. So the 25, I think, is already priced in. And what we need to remember is that, the market actually has seen not a bad earnings report. So it says here more than 70% of S&P companies have posted their latest quarterly results, with 77% of those names beating expectations. So I think this is just a period of volatility, a period of indecision in the market, just because of a lot of the negative news and FUD. Okay, I don't expect it to last, but then again, we just have to wait and see. So taking a look at Bitcoin, we are seeing that today on the daily chart now, we do have a green candle. Again, like I said, we're up about 1.3% on the day for Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is struggling a bit, and the markets are struggling, the traditional markets. And so remember, there is a correlation between Bitcoin and the legacy markets. A lot of people don't think there is, and a lot of people say that Bitcoin is a hedge for inflation, and no, it's not. It's not. I think you can take a look at historical price action, and you can pretty much see that Bitcoin is not a hedge. It's correlated to the markets, and we're seeing that now, right? So that being said, currently Bitcoin 42,620, and looking at the daily, there's a few price points that we need to pay attention to. Now, these are not different than what we've said before. If we want to change a change in direction, 44,800, 44,900, we need to get above that. That will pretty much signal that we are gathering strength and that we're changing direction, changing the direction of the market. And other than that, if we are not getting higher than that, then it's pretty much just noise, right? Because here's our previous breakdown point. We need to get above that before we can say, yes, we are actually changing the trend and moving higher. Now, we do have a very short term bull cloud, which is, it's good news, but we've seen that before. We've seen that before, and we've seen it fail. So, taking a look at the general structure of the market on the daily, we're looking good. I mean, we are still here at this point above previous lows here earlier. So this is good. This is a positive sign. But in the short term, I do expect some volatility. I do expect lack of direction, bulls and bears fighting it out in the market, and some price points to be aware of here in the bull cloud. Here we need to be aware of 40,500. If we go below 40,500, then we probably most likely will see then again uh, down here a price point of 38,100 testing the trend line here. Uh, Other than that, it's just business as usual, letting Bitcoin fight it out with the bears and see where it wants to go. I think it's very important that we wait and see what Bitcoin wants to do, and we wait for the chart to tell us the direction, etc. And I've said this before. Now, what can we expect over the next few days? Now, I've said that we need to wait and see what happens with Bitcoin and the market. I said this over the weekend. I said 72 hours. So we're in the 48-hour window, and the next 24 hours will give us an idea. Today's Monday. Next 24 hours will give us an idea of what Bitcoin wants to do. Now, like I said, these price points we need to keep in mind. Above 42,800, we will then probably test the previous pivot of 45 that we lost before. That would be a pivot point. If we get above that, then we can change the trend to a larger uptrend. That being said, if we lose, we would have to test this area first, actually, 41,800. If we lose that, then the 40,600, 40,500 would be on the table. Then if we lose that, the 38,100 is on the table. And then if we lose that, then we can maybe expect a 34, 35, possibly 33 double bottom test here. I would really love to see that, in my opinion. That for me would be if we start to break down and we find support in 34, 35K area, I'll be buying that for a double bottom. Okay. Because right now, when we take a look at stochastics is coming off of a overbought signal, overbought area, and the RSI as well. So we had a little run here on the daily, and usually whenever we see the daily stochastics and the RSI coming off of an overbought area, more often than not, we have a tendency to come down, push up a little bit, and then continue down. All right. So, in my opinion, if I had to choose, I would say we probably will see lower price levels here, which I think is healthy, and I would appreciate that because that will allow me to get in at lower, more secure, more supported levels. The taking a look at our volume cluster, you can see the peak right here. We did come down a bit, but we're still positive, which is good news. We're still positive here, and we need to stay above the zero line if we want to keep any strength. Once we go below zero and the line goes red, then we start going negative, and then you're going to see the price start to come down and lose momentum. That being said, the cluster, this is what's really gotten my attention, is the cluster algorithm here is in the overbought area. It is in the red. Red means stop. Red means take caution. Red means wait. And that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting. So I'm hoping that this cluster algorithm will come down a bit when price corrects down a little bit or goes sideways for a while and then starts moving up, and then I would buy that. Okay. You can see here where it was green, we came down to the bottom, and we turned green, meaning it was getting ready for a reversal. And then we had one more impulse that was met by additional selling, and then that's when we really took off, right? So on the cluster, I'm waiting for the cluster to correct a little bit, and that would suggest to me either some sideways price action uh, which is consolidation for Bitcoin, or maybe some lower price levels here. And that's it. That's what I'm looking for. So I hope this is information has been useful to you. Remember, not investment advice. And remember, be cautious. The number one rule is do not lose money. And if you're not sure, just wait. Wait on the sidelines. There is a lot of volatility in the market. Bitcoin is fighting for direction, and the legacy markets are casting a little bit of volatility over the entire markets, including crypto and Bitcoin. So, in my opinion, I'm going to wait on the sidelines just to see. I don't need to have my money in the market exposed to risk right now. So, I'm waiting to see where this is going to go. My hope is that Bitcoin will come down, correct, and down to 38.7 or maybe even 33, 34. 33, 34, that's a lot of hopium right now. I just don't see it because Bitcoin is showing a lot of strength and fighting the bears valiantly. So the 33, 34 is just that's is something extreme. I don't see that happening right now. I see a lot of strength in Bitcoin right now, so that is not on the table. But what is on the table is 41,500, and of course a possible 40,500. If we lose that, then expect 38. Thank you, friends. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.